Okay guys, so we're getting a view. Oh, just go tiptoe, babe, so we don't scare.
Maybe mule deer. A bunch of does. Do you see
Look
any
at them.
antlers on them?
I think they're does. Look at the does, guys, look.
Let's see. I don't see any antlers. Looks like a bunch of does.
I got it. Look, he's jumping. Oh yeah, that one. Wow, that's a big jump, big leap, huh? They're beautiful. Look at them. They're all happy and content. That's how we're gonna be on our property. Leaping for joy. So this is the lake. We're coming back and we crossed the street and I opened my camera too late. But we're here back at the lake after a long day's work. This is our last night here.
Some errands.
Yeah, we did.
We had to run some errands and we did some more on the fence. So tomorrow we'll do some more to try to get we did one side of the gate, the design my wife was wanting. I like it too. It looks really nice. It's something I like as well. And we're gonna get the other side done, Lord willing, tomorrow, and then try to get as much of the front of it done. Got the post to put in, but after that, the gates and that part is put in, and the rest of it will go a lot quicker.
Yeah, so we're heading back to the trailer right now, and we're
keep an eye out because you might see more.
We have plans to stay to relax with a nice bonfire, and then Michael's gonna run and put some gas in real quick and come back, and then we'll start up a fire. We'll tag you along for the journey.
Take your next right onto Fool's Hollow Road.
We'll bring you guys back in a little bit. This is the lake. This is Fool Hollow's Lake. Last time we were over in the deck area over there. Look how beautiful it is out here. It's chilly. I have my gloves on and the fingers are still cold.
It's like shady right here.
Yeah. We've taken Idle for a little walk this morning before we have to go into town and run some errands. Take care of some things on the homestead. Look how beautiful this is. All the trees, all the pine trees here. This is where we live. We're close to Sholo, Pine Top, all these areas. Our homestead is close to there. So this is where we get to come spend time during the summer. And like I said last night, they have reasonable prices. I love all the trees, the pine trees. So we get the best of both worlds. We get the pine trees without having to risk of fires, and we also get the juniper, pinot, or pinot, I don't know how you pronounce it, trees. Pinon. Michael says pinon. Pinon pines. Look at this. This is lovely. So beautiful. How beautiful this place is. So if you're ever in Sholo, Fool's Hollow Lake is a place to visit.
Lake is low, but
I hear the wind. It's really windy this morning. If you're gonna come during the winter season, you need to make sure you pack a jacket, a vest, and warm clothes, socks, some wool socks, and some more gloves. And they have showers here too. So I'm gonna take me a hot shower instead of using the camper. We're trying to conserve. I'm gonna do it in the shower house. Take me a nice hot shower and even wash my hair. So, look at those beautiful homes off in the distance there. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, look at this side. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful landscapes. Beautiful views. What more can a girl ask for? Or a man. How do you swing this around? How do you do that?
I should have the button there.
Is it this?
Oh, you're on record. I don't know.
Well, I tried, guys. But I just wanted to get a little footage for you. Or put it on me over here.
I don't know
With
what.
Nidal.
I don't even know what you're doing.
Oh, never mind.
Never seen that before.
Ramp to sit on? Right here.
Yeah.
They have areas where you can fish over there or on the beach over here.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
So nice. It's beautiful. Yeah. Nidal.
Spot to sit, buddy.
Nidal. Are you having a good morning? Tell everyone good morning.
His boss sweater on.
Mm-hmm. But he's certainly not the boss. We didn't have a choice. The sweater came with the boss word.
Mm-hmm. He thinks he's the boss.
Yeah, he thinks he's the boss. You're not the boss of us. He's such a good companion. He's also an emotional dog. For
Emotional support.
emotional support dog. That's what I meant to say. He actually can tell when my levels are down to when I'm sick. Nidal can tell. He will tell me ahead of time to lay down. He will go and sit by my bed, like telling me to go lay down. That's how he tells me. And you know what? He's within reason, because when that does happen to me, I am sick.
See, we have some of these kind on the property.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this one is dependent
Wow,
on.
this one's huge. I have a plan. So the junipers, they go all the way down and over and under. I would like to trim them up and leave them like a standing tree position. That's the plan, to have a couple of those landscape, how do you say, not landscape, but what is it, babe?
What's that?
When you do the...
See, and then we have some pine trees that they're growing in between the junipers right now. So we're willing later on to can trim the junipers away a little bit and then let the pine trees grow taller.
That's a good idea.
I've heard that
Pruning, that's my word. Pruning, sorry.
a lot of people have said that having the pine trees on your property is like, people want that.
Yeah.
That's helps the value of the property too.
Yeah, so we're gonna expose the pine trees on our property at our homestead. But there's certainly a lot to do here in Sholo, Pine Top area. There's a lot of other places you can visit that's nearby as well. And we haven't really explored a whole lot yet, other than some restaurants in Pine Top and Sholo area. We ate at, where was that yesterday? We ate Luciano's. The food was so delicious there.
Pricey.
Pricey, yes, but the steak was so good. And what did you have? Oh, that's right.
Where they have little
Yeah, and it came with a dessert, a strawberry shortcake dessert. Wow, check out that tree right there. That's beautiful. Stand over there, Red, so they can see how thick that tree is. What's that thing that... Oh. Are we going right or did we get lost? Wait a minute. Are we lost? Okay. I'll take your word for it. Nidal, find home. Find home, Nidal. Find home. He knows the way home. Find home, Nidal. Woo! Hold on, I need to get back down. Be careful, love. It's kind of dangerous when you don't have hiking boots on. So you gotta be very, very, very careful. But look at that view. You can see it from up here. Woo! Kind of stay focused here. So we're off for a little hike. Going through your legs. Be careful, love. We're venturing out here. Let's see where we're gonna end up. I don't think this was the way we came. We'll still get there. Whew, I'm out of breath. This is exercise. Nidal, home. Find home. Where's home? Whew. I'm panting here. Oh, okay. We did end up home. And when I say home, I mean tiny trailer. This is our house now. Whew. Yeah. So the plan is to go run some errands in Sholo Town and come back early enough to start a fire. I don't know, we'll see if maybe Michael wants to grill anything on the stove or the grill here later. Whew, I'm out of breath. And we'll light the fire pit later. Look at that view out in the distance there. Look how nice that looks. So amazing. Whew. Yep. Lots to do here. But we just wanted to share that with you. And we'll come back later. Hey guys, welcome back. So we're still at Fool's Hollow Lake, and I want to show you guys how clean these bathrooms are. I'm getting ready to take a shower, and I just wanted to show you guys that this is all part of RV living full time, and you can also take showers where there's free showers, and this is a good place for us to do it. It's really clean here. Don't forget your slippers. Make sure you have your slippers when you're taking your showers. The water is really hot too as well. There's a dial here that you turn on, and you get the shower started. You do have to let the water pour for a little bit. Get it nice and warm.
Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Michael and Elia here, and we just wanted to talk to you guys this morning about our plans as of now. We've had this trailer for a little bit, and we decided that for now we're just gonna use this as our living quarters, because as we look into a shed and stuff like that, you'd still have to add a bunch of different things to it and buying it and everything, and this already has everything, and it's basically about the size of a 30-foot shed. So we decided that for now we'll just use this as our off-grid living quarters. And we've my wife has spoken to the county already about the rules on using one of these on the land. And for the way we're doing it right now, they said that we're fine. We don't need any kind of permit. You know, when we use the sewage and stuff like that, we're transferring it to, you know,
Dump site.
the dump site, like at the.
So as Michael was saying, you know, we do go to a dumping station, and here, let me read you what it says for the county. For those of you who are in the Apache County area, it says full-time RV living in Apache County is possible, particularly in rural, unincorporated areas with relatively few restrictions compared to urban Arizona, often allowing for extended off-grid or seasonal stay on personal property. However, zoning regulations are evolving, with some areas requiring permits such as conditional use permits for long-term RV parking, even on private land. So regulations and permits, so according to the Apache County, says key aspect of RV living is while some areas are very flexible, recent trends show tighter regulation on using RVs as permanent residents without proper permits. Always check with the Apache County Planning and Zoning Department regarding zoning before purchasing the land for full-time RV use. Off-grid life. Many residents choose Apache County for its rural nature, often using solar power, composting toilet, and hauling water for self-sufficient living. So, some areas may allow RVs for extended periods if you have an active building permit for a permanent structure, or if it is used for approved temporary or agriculture purposes. So you do want to be communicating with your county in your area and let them know what your plans are. And as far as we know, RV full-time living is what we're going to be doing in the short-term process of trying to determine what is good for our family. We're not there yet. So we're not in a rush to build, and we communicated that with the county. And right now we're not living on the property. So we're just back and forth working on the infrastructure. Once we get our security, our gates and fence lined up, then we will be moving forward with permanent living on our trailer until we decide what it is we're going to do. Secondly is we're doing our perk test. The perk test is going to determine whether or not our land can support a septic waste management system. And so part of full-time RV living is you do need to have a permit, and you do also need to have some kind of waste management plan, whether that be something from the ADEQ, or whether that's going to be composting or, that sort of things. But, everybody's on a different budget. And for us, we want to be sustainable. We want to be debt free. So we decided that we want to go the frugal route, the most frugal route that we can do as far as sustainable living. As you can see, our trailer looks like a home. Mm-hmm. It has a bedroom. It has its own space, its own door. We have closet space. We have a kitchen. We have a refrigerator. We have a stove, microwave. We have a pantry. We have the space our dining space, our living space.
Everything an apartment would have.
Everything that a house or an apartment would have. So we're looking at things, and we're really discussing among ourselves, like, what's best here? We already invested into this trailer. Why not use it? By the time we build something out, the costs plus trying to get infrastructure done at the same time, the cost can build up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But since we already have this, why not use this as a home temporarily until we figure out what we're going to do? Or who knows, down the line we might decide, you know what, this is working. It's certainly a newer trailer, so if this is working, then maybe we decide that, you know what, this is where we want to just have for a housing, and just, have like our outdoor kitchen area or that route. Our garden, those sort of things are more important to us. We've lived in so many big houses. Michael and I, we moved almost every 2 years, and we lived in many houses. But I always felt in here, whenever I had it on my other property, I always felt like this is our home. We used it as a guest house, and it worked. We
call it a tiny home before.
Right. So what do you think, babe? What are your thoughts on it?
I'm in agreement, because, it's got everything we need, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, just like, if you did convert a shed into a home, it has all those same things in it. And like I said before, it's about the size of one of those sheds. It's probably not as wide, but with the slide out, it opens it up, makes it feel wider in here.
Right.
It's enough to, be able to, have everything we need for cooking and restroom and, sleeping, all that stuff, even our little dining that we have right here that you see us at.
Right.
And this can even be turned into a bed. Because again, when you're living off grid, you're going to spend a lot more time outside. So, we don't need to have a big place. And, we can, Lord willing, even add like a carport over this. You've seen a lot of people do like a cover where it'll help protect it from the elements to make it last longer, and just make it feel a little more homey and stuff. So that's our plan for now.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good thing, as far as of sitting down and really trying to get a mental picture of what it is that we're trying to build, instead of being in a rush and just go out and start doing things. Oh, this didn't work, so let's start this now. And I think for us, it's safe. It's tedious, but it's safe. It's safe for us to have a plan. And especially when you're in a marriage, you don't want to just, have your plans and not be in agreement. We really we're in a covenant marriage, him and I, and Michael and I, and we try to talk about what's best for us before we even make a move. Like I said, we were moving every 2 years, but we both had to be in agreement for that. And that's just something also that, I felt like we were on a journey, temporarily, sojourners. We were only passing through. And to me, this lifestyle is the same way. As a believer, I believe that we're here temporary, all of us. And, the great system of the kingdom that God has for us when Yeshua, Jesus, take his throne here on earth for 1,000 years, life is going to be so much different for us. He said it's going to be as it is in heaven. We can all know that we have a future where we're living on a type of paradise because he's ruling, so that's the reason why, for me, this is okay. This, it's temporary living. And I'm not saying that we won't build anything else, but if we decide that we are going to build, we're going to do the same thing. This step that we're doing now calls for permit. If you're going to live on your property, on your land in Apache County, you need a permit. So we're going to be making sure that we're closely communicating with our county, as we already are. And we want to follow the codes. They put all that information on there. Sometimes you don't need a phone call, because when you do make a phone call, they redirect you to the website. And on the website, there's tons of information on there. How you're going to do alternative living. There's all sort of different type of living. So for us, for this channel, we decided that we're going to go with the full-time RV living in our tiny little home here on the trailer, and we're going to be off-grid. And our plan is to build out the homestead infrastructure. That means the garden, the water, take care of the water, the gravel, the land,
chicken coop,
or
things like that. Yeah, you know, because you may have seen our other videos, but we already basically have a chicken coop structure. I do have to add to it in order for it to be put up and and strengthen it, because we had it one side attached to the house that we have on the market right now. So I will have to add another side to it, and then I'll probably do some reinforcing on it for the snow loads, so that the roof is a little bit stronger to hold that stuff. You know, like my wife was saying, you know, we plan to do like that, you know, hopefully a greenhouse, some kind of garden thing. You know, like I said, we can do a like a RV cover carport type thing, with maybe even a little awning off of that, so we have some kind of porch next to the RV. And you know, as long as it's not attached to the actual RV, you know, those things are allowed, because it's basically considered like a carport. You're just pulling under it, and you know, just to help it protect it from the elements. They just don't want you attaching it as a structure to the RV. Right. You can't do that. So, you know, we'll just kind of make it around it, make it the best we can within the regulations. And you know, like my wife was saying, you know, one of the goals we have for one of the first things we want to get done too is not just the gravel and the fencing, but working on the septic. And we've already been in contact with a couple people where, excuse me, we're going to try to get that perk test done as soon as possible. And if that doesn't work, then we'll look into the alternatives of, you know, the composting, whatever's within regulations of what the county allows.
Right. And I just want to encourage you guys not to be discouraged. You hear a lot of things on there, you know, from the city about zoning and all that. But as an ex-realtor, Michael and I are familiar for the most part with doing things according to the county. So we just want to encourage you guys, because we hate to see that you build on your land and not be able to attain your value, to capture your value. Because a lot of times when you're building and you don't permit, you can't even count that square footage, you see. So we want to make wise decision, him and I, Michael and I, and we decided that that's just the route we're going to go, you know, and whatever it takes for the county to help us get the vision of our homestead together, we're going to do that. And we're going to work as a community, because they're doing it all for safety. You know, it's to make sure that those codes and those safety guidelines are followed. Because let's say, for instance, you go out and you have an RV trailer that you want to live in full time, but the county advises, hey, you want to make sure that whatever you build, you're understanding that you have to make sure your roof can support the snow load for your area. And that's something coming from Vail, Arizona. That's something we would never have thought of. You know, we've seen it snow. We live in a manufacturer 1 acre property right now, and we never thought about, you know, whether or not our manufacturer is snow bearing load, the roof. So those are things that they advise you on. They're not trying to make things difficult for you. They're working with you to make sure that those safety issues are addressed, you know. And I've also learned through the county that a lot of people, you know, build manufactured homes, and, you know, they end up having or sheds, and then their roof came in with the snow, you know. So I take it with a grain of salt. I take it that they're there to help us. They're not there to mislead us. And yes, you know, the value of your home your land will go up, and the taxes may go up, but already where we're living, it's low taxes. So we're not afraid of that. You know, if possible, we would even be able to pay our taxes ahead of time. That's how minimal the taxes are. And once the homestead is completed, you know, because of the way that we're planning to live, you know what I'm saying? It's still capture value, but it also keeps us in a budget where we can afford. So, and this is part of off-grid living, is to make sure you're living sustainable. So we just wanted to stop and sit down with you guys and let you guys know where the channel is going as far as the content that we're going to be showing, and let you know that, you know, it is best for you to check with your county, because don't assume what we're doing here, what we're going to be doing on our land, on our homestead, is something you can do where you're at. So
Yes.
become familiar with your county.
Yes, check your own county, because every county is different, and some allow RV living and some don't. So, you know, make sure that you're checking that, because, you know, you don't want to run into any problems. And
Right.
just remember too that everything that we do, you know, when we're trying to look into all these things, is we always look to God too, you know,
Amen.
because, you know, there's the people, they regulate the counties, but God regulates the whole earth.
Right.
He's our creator. He's the one that created everything. He's the one over all of it, even over those county people. So we always look to him for guidance and wisdom, and all these things that we do. We pray about it, and, you know, we ask him for wisdom, and, you know, he can give us the best guidance over anyone. So just remember to, when you are doing this, you know, hopefully you have a relationship with God, and always remember to pray about everything, any decisions you're doing, and all the stuff that you're trying to do. So always remember to pray for guidance from, you know, our Heavenly Father.
Amen. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and we're going to get back to our Bible study.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys in the next video, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You guys have a blessed day. We love you guys.
Bye.